Alright, what's up people? This is SiTHFuRion. Right now we're going to be continuing on with Vikings. We're on episode 16 of the final ever season. Okay, we're just getting closer and closer to the end of this show, man, and it's so sad. But last time we found out that Ivor is going to be a father. She's pregnant, and I guess we're not going to find out what happens with that whole storyline because Ivor has now left. He's said his goodbyes. He said his goodbyes to the kid. What was actually really emotional, and I actually felt it more while I was editing. I was getting really teary-eyed and everything because it's really sad that he's saying goodbye and this kid is like, I love you, I don't want you to go. And oh man. But yeah, so Ivor and Fixit has left. It sounds like they're actually going to go back to Kattegat. And like I said last time, I don't think they're going to be welcomed with open arms. I mean, Ivor did like bring the Rus forces and they attacked, what led to Bjorn's death. And many other people probably died as well. And we can't forget that Fixit actually killed Lagertha, so they're not going to welcome him back either. But we still don't know who was the one who saved Howard Finehair. I think they set that up in the first episode, so when we get to this point, it turns out that Ivor or maybe Fixit was the ones who saved him. Kind of like shows how smart they are at thinking ahead, you know, kind of thing. Like, I'll let you go now, and then at some point in the future you can scratch my back type of thing. I don't know. Maybe this was Ivor's like long-term goal, like, or maybe Howard Finehead just escaped. I don't know, but it's going to be kind of interesting to see how how things play out when they go back to Kattegat. As far as Uber, things came to a very violent, abrupt end in Greenland, and Flatnose kind of showed his true colours, and Uber and the rest of the settlers had kind of like left. They don't have no food, they have no water, they have no sunstone, they're lost out at sea, so they're kind of literally in God's hands now, you know what I mean? The powers that be. So I think this might kind of come down to like a whole kind of belief, you know, like how much do you believe in the gods? I think things might get kind of drastic, they might start starving, kind of like be on the brink of death, and then, you know, they get rescued, you know, they find land or something. As far as back in Kattegat, Howard Finehair is now king of all Norway. He's accomplished his goal. He's married Ingrid. Gunhild, I guess, has swam her way to Valhalla, and so she can be reunited with Bjorn and everything. Kind of a interesting way for a character to exit a show, but okay. But we're left now back in Kattegat with the slightly untrustworthy Eric. Like I said, I don't really know where I stand with him. You know, it's like he came across at first as a guy who might be loyal and you know, but now he seems to really have his own agenda. I don't know how long Howard Finehair can actually trust him. I don't know. I really don't know. But we are creeping closer and closer to the end of this show, and man, it's so sad. It really is sad. But yeah, anyway, if you're interested in watching the next 2 episodes, they are up on my Patreon right now, including the full lengths for the whole entire season. It's up. Links are all down below. Go check that out if you want to. If not, and you want to stay here, okay, episode 16, series 6. Let's do this, man.
What are you thinking about, huh?
This might be a mistake, after all.
I said it, then I. Say what you want about them, they are still sons of Ragnar, like.
Follow me. We'll take you to King Harold.
Oh shit.
King Harold.
Okay. So I wonder if like Howard just like escaped, or if one of them helped him. I think maybe he just escaped, you know, to be honest.
Many of the townsfolk hate you. As long as you remain here, you will be in danger.
We are the legitimate sons of Ragnar Lothbrok. You can't tell me that the people of Kattegat don't still revere and worship our father.
And if they're willing to accept you as their king, surely they'll be willing to accept us as your supporters.
I think we should have a feast.
The sons of Ragnar have returned home to support the new regime.
All is well with the world. Wouldn't you agree?
See, Ragnar's name still carries weight, so of course, like, that's his son's, you know what I mean? Like I said, it's, you know... It's so awkward, isn't it? Plus, let's be honest, Ivor was a bit of a bastard when he was fucking ruling Kattegat, you know what I mean?
Many of you are not in favor of their return. You have bitter memories. You feel betrayed. But let me remind you that the gods always forgive each other. For the most part, gods being human understand human nature. They understand jealousy. They understand how people who love each other can end up challenging and sometimes murdering those they love. I did it myself. I killed my own brother. And I regret it every day. Every day. Ivor regrets the way he ruled here. The responsibility was too great, and he forgot the lessons of his father. And his brother Vitzek. He never meant to kill Lagertha. They have both confessed their sorrows and their mistakes. They are who they are, but they are also sons of Ragnar. And we should be overjoyed that they have decided to come here and share the future with us.
Wow. Hellfire is really like vouching for him, isn't he? And if you think about it, there's nobody else there anymore to do it. Like...
So tell us, Ivar, is it true you're a god, like you told us?
Like what type of god can't even stand up, you know? I don't like that. That look was like fucking... I hate the fact that Ivor had to lower himself to that, you know, like literally. It sucks that he had to do that just to kind of win him over. You know what I mean? Like kind of like remind him like, look, I am a cripple, you know. I'm not a god or anything.
You are men who are easily bored, who crave excitements and challenges. What is left for you to do? Except to fall out and quarrel.
Yep. He's not wrong.
Hail Ivar!
Yes! Hail Ivar! Hail Vincent!
Hail Vincent!
Hail Ragnar!
Hail Ragnar!
Wow, for a moment there I thought he was like waiting for him, like, you want to fucking call me out in public? But no, Ivor's changed now, you know, like, old Ivor, you know, would have done something.
I don't think my destiny, or yours, lies here. But then on the other hand, I have no idea where I'm supposed to go. It feels as if I'm in an open boat, lost at sea, with no land in sight. No purpose.
Like Uber.
Don't you ever feel the same?
I've been lost for so long.
Yeah.
I wouldn't recognize the alternative.
That's so weird, like he would say that. It's like he could sense his own brother, you know?
For Ivar, connecting nothing with nothing. Think of your father sat here, dreaming his dreams of places beyond all this. Don't you remember?
Then here is not my fate.
I cannot advise you, but I saw in your pocket a possible answer to your question. Eye for the boneless.
Oh man. Oh shit. About fucking time, man. About fucking time.
I'm not sure I like what I've returned to. I don't really want to rule Kattegat. I think ruling Kattegat will be boring. And in the meantime, I'm married to a witch who I know does not love me at all. And the woman that I love truly is dead. And that may be my fault too.
Let's not talk about love.
Well, at least you have brothers to talk to. I have no one. I'm always alone.
No, your brother Afton is here. He's listening to us right now. So is my father, my mother, and my brothers. Everyone is around us. Don't you believe that?
Afton is gone. It's a long time ago now. I killed him, of course. Do you think he will come to visit me? I hope the gods forgive me. But I don't think it's possible.
Wow. Wow. All that talk about loved ones who have passed on being around you and everything, like, you know, I've lost people and you can't help but think, you know.
Will you stay with me?
Only till the dawn. But the dawn is a long, long way away. So weep no more, sweet Fitzak. Weep no more.
I was not drinking, you know.
People think that you are not a threat, but I know differently. Out of all of my sons, it was you I wanted to bring here. And it is you that I believe is the most important to the future of our people. You do not think like other men. You are unpredictable. Anger is a gift. What is in here is a gift.
To go from that to this, like... It's basically the both of them getting into that, like, back on track. You know what I mean? Like, she's there to help fix it, get back on his path. You know, the gods have stepped in to help him because he's so lost. And then Ivor's having this, you know, image of his father to help him get onto the path of his fate, you know?
Everyone will always underestimate you. You must make them pay for it. Use your anger intelligently. And I promise you, my son, that one day the whole world will know and fear Ivar the Boneless. Be ruthless.
Let's fucking go, man. You back on track now? It does happen, you know, busting a nut clears your head, you know. The fuck are you doing?
Queen Ingrid told us that in time of peace we would have no choice but to fall out with each other. It's true. Unless there's still something left for us to do together. There is. And this is it.
There you go. They got nothing to do but drink and party and relax and grow soft. You know what I mean? They're Viking, they need shit to do. You know what I mean?
In England, we have a foothold in York, in Mercia and Northumberland. And we still have a settlement in Wessex that Uber won for us. But Wessex remains powerful, remains the last great kingdom of England. Its king, Alfred, receives homage from all the Saxon tribes. And if we leave his kingdom alone, then surely he will destroy our settlements and regain all his lost fiefdoms. We cannot allow it.
Like, do you really want to go and rock the boat? You know what I mean? Everything's fine at the moment, like...
They tell me that all our great heroes are dead. For it seems to me that while our kinsmen struggle and fight abroad, all of you have settled for comfortable lives here in Kattegat, living off the fat of the land, forgetting who you really are, forgetting that you are Vikings. The sons and daughters of the gods, longing for Valhalla. Is it for this that Ragnar Lothbrok died? Is it for your easy living, your temperate days, that he sacrificed his life? I was there when my father died, and I heard his last words. He wanted no pity. He was glad to die, knowing that soon he would sup with the gods. Since his death, the Christian plague has spread across the world, even infecting our Rouge brothers. But you still claim to be Vikings. Then act like Vikings. Come with me and conquer King Alfred. Come with me and conquer England and all of its riches. Be like the gods and reach for Valhalla!
Who the fuck are you? See, that person who started that chant then, all hail Ivor, right? Where I come from, that type of person we call a shit stirrer. Like, why would you start that chant? Like, just the look then on Howard Finehair's face was like, what the fuck? I'm the ruler and you're all chanting for Ivor now. Oh, I don't know if that might become an issue now going into the future. And like Ingrid said that you were all fucking bicker and like betray each other. Like, I hope that don't become something. They've already got enough on their plate now with going back to England and everything. I like this episode because of like the whole flashbacks and like the callbacks and everything. Like I said, it's about fucking time. It's about time. The last 4 episodes, we're gonna go get it done. You know, Ivor and Fixer has kind of got themselves back on track. Start of the episode, they was both kind of lost, like they don't know what to do. Even Ivor's little like fucking dialogue about how he feels like he's lost at sea. Where's Uber? You know what I mean? All 3 of Ragnar's sons now are kind of lost and they just don't know where to go. You know, and like I was saying about how like all these people have grown soft. You know, they're Vikings. They need a target. They need somewhere, like, they need something to do. They need, like, a path, you know, to kind of go on. They need to know their fate. And right now, Uber is still struggling. He's losing his faith and belief in the gods. But then with Ivor and Fixer, they've both now been kind of put onto the path of their fate. You know what I mean? Fixer, I guess Fixer just needed to bust a nut and get his head clear and kind of figure out what he needs to do. And Ivor as well, like having those flashbacks of his father and remembering what his father said to him. Let's put him on this path now. I'm just really intrigued now to go back to England, you know. Like I think this show has spent too much time with the Vikings bickering between themselves. If it weren't brother against brother, it was like Ivor against Lagertha, and then the Vikings against the Rus. It's like, okay, that's all great and all, but we need to get back to England, you know. And yeah, we had a time of peace, you know, with Uber becoming friends with Alfred and that whole thing. But I feel like the story needed to, you know, kind of pick up. But here we go. I'm now setting it up. Just kind of quick though, as we kind of come into the end of like the whole show now. What I was just saying about Uber like being friends with Alfred, I really wish that they had spent more time with that, or they like Uber had gone back to England, like maybe the check on the settlement and everything. Like, I think that relationship of Uber and Alfred could have been explored a bit more, because like that is technically Ragnar's son and Athelson's son being friends, you know. I don't know, but there's no point talking about what we could have had. What we actually have now is Ivor on his path, I guess. Like my kind of prediction that the last half of the season will be England. So next episode, I guess, will be back in England. It helps with the fact that the thumbnail, Amazon Prime once again coming through. Even though they have changed it, they have changed like one of the last thumbnails, because I've noticed it. You don't see a certain somebody anymore, but it's Alfred's wife, right? The Queen. Okay, can we just quickly talk about Howard Finehair? Like, he's always been a very intriguing character. He's always been up there with one of the main characters of the show, of course. You know, went raiding with Ragnar and everything, and then with Bjorn. Like, he's always been like one of the main key characters. But this season, he has... I've really liked Howard Finehair this season. You know, he's really stood out for me. You know, it's like you can tell that he's grew, he's changed. Like Ivor, like with the fact that this show's coming to the end now, and we've been with these characters for a long amount of time. Like how we saw with Ragnar. Like, Ragnar started off as being this young, filled with ambition and goals. Like, he can't wait to sail west and everything. But then, like, near the end, he had grew tired and old. And I think back to that speech he kind of gave where he was lying on like that roof with that girl, that his little drug dealer, and he was saying about how he's grew tired and old now. And you know, it shows like with characters throughout time, they change, they evolve, they mature, they grow old, and Ivor has changed, and I think Howard Finehair has changed. And now that, of course, he's reached his goal, he's achieved this goal that he's been striving for now for so many years, but yet he still doesn't feel fulfilled. You know, he feels like there's still more to do. Like, there's, you know, and like I said, it's that Viking kind of thing where they need to know their fate. They need to be on a path. They need to be on a ship sailing somewhere. You know what I mean? They need something. They need a target. They need somebody to attack. They need something. And without it, they grow bored. They grow fat and soft and drunk. And, you know, I don't know. I could be just talking complete shit. But it's, oh, man. Yeah, I'm super intrigued to go back to England and see where this goes and see how this plays out the last few episodes now. And it's, oh, man. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to get into the next episode and wrap this one up. So yeah, give this video a thumb up if you like it. Comment down below, let me know what you think. And subscribe if you haven't already, man. Alright? I've been SiTHFuRion, and I'll catch you in the next one, man.